Hi, it's Loa of Activ8 Corporate Relations and Training, and I'm going to take you through a brief presentation today to give you a few tips on how to enhance your self-promotion skills. Tell me if either of these sayings sounds familiar to you. The tallest nail gets hammered down first, or pride cometh before the fall. Both of these sayings were very popular when I was growing up. Self-promotion is now mandatory, and the reason for that is because in the competitive, noisy business environment that most of us work in today, in order to stand out and be noticed for promotions or landing new business, we really have to make our strengths visible. And we can do this in a way that isn't boastful by finding our own comfortable voice and talking confidently about the great things that we are doing. When I was growing up, talking about your accomplishments or tooting your own horn was certainly not encouraged. It was more a factor of let your good work speak for itself. But now in the business environment, it is a definite necessity. People are so busy today, especially bosses and clients, and dealing with what's right in front of them that they often don't know the many things that their employees and/or vendors are doing to add value to the corporation. So it's important that we're able to verbalize the projects that we're working on, the accomplishments that we're making, and the way that we're contributing to an organization. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to give you 7 tips, and hopefully you can take these away today and start to incorporate some or all of them into your daily life. The first is seize opportunities to talk about what you have done. When someone asks you, for example, what's up? Most of us answer with the typical, oh, not much. People usually aren't prepared with a strong response. An opportunity when it shows itself to say that work is great and to speak about the progress of your latest project, a recent accomplishment, or something that you're really excited about. Especially if you're doing a performance review or a rollover of a contract, go in prepared with a list of accomplishments, projects you completed, challenges that you've overcome, and feedback from peers or customers. Number 2, help others as you promote yourself. It's one thing to get your work done early and to let your boss or client know that you've beat another deadline. But by making yourself available to help others with their projects too, that's going to help you win friends and demonstrate your added value. For example, if you're really good at PowerPoint and you know someone needs help sprucing up their presentation, give them a hand, because chances are that person you help out is going to be grateful and will be inclined to recommend you to others. Speak with energy is number 3. Self-promotion is not just talking about yourself, but talking about your work. If you're enthusiastic about your work, self-promotion becomes that much easier. If you're talking about a technology or a product, for example, that you're passionate about, the self-promotion becomes a byproduct of that passion. And I think we can all agree that passion is infectious. People catch on to it, they respond to it, and they remember it. Number 4, we all have a story to tell. Humans are hardwired to listen to, engage with, and remember stories. It goes as far back as our caveman days when human beings carved stories into stone walls by way of pictures. It's literally in our DNA to perk up when we hear a story. For example, one of my young Indigenous business training participants, Paul Nattrell, was 26 years old or thereabouts, a trained chef and a single father of 3 young boys when he came into my classroom at the Squamish Nation 4 years ago. I was teaching a marketing course. And he had the idea of starting his own Indigenous food truck and catering business. Well, he soaked up all the marketing knowledge and social media knowledge that I had to share, and you should see him now. This determined young guy has now the very first Indigenous fusion food truck in the Lower Mainland. He caters many high-profile events. He's been covered by the news media multiple times, and he's won for Young Entrepreneur of the Year at the BC Indigenous Business Awards. Not only is his business doing amazing, but he's also employing others in his community. So what I do that gives people a strong start in operating their own businesses and positively affecting their communities is something that I'm passionate about. So I'm able to easily talk about it because it's something where I feel that I'm really making a difference. Number 5, take cues from your audience and read the room. Mirror the tone and style of your audience or whoever it is that you're speaking to. If your boss or client is a charismatic leader, your self-promotion effort should match his energy and tone. If you act humbly with a person like this, you may not get your point across. And watch out for situations where it would be inappropriate to discuss your accomplishments. Use your emotional intelligence. If you earned a promotion the same day that a bunch of layoffs were announced inside your organization, don't start telling people in the office about your promotion right at that time. Use your time wisely and make sure that you talk about your accomplishments at a time where it's not going to ruffle the feathers of anyone else. Number 6, brag about others. Talking up other people's work may bring good karma to you. Subtly promoting yourself at the same time that you applaud others is another great strategy. There also is usually a chance to piggyback off the kudos. For example, if a colleague of yours helped you out on a major project, you could say something like this to your boss. Sarah made things easier for me to complete a massive project that has increased production significantly for our department. This makes you both look good in the eyes of your boss or client. Number 7 is make feedback stick. If you get an email from a boss or coworker, if you get an email from a coworker or customer complimenting you on a job well done, forward it to your boss or client. Add a comment in the email asking for a response, such as, "What do you think, Joe? We've got another satisfied customer here. We just talked about this the other day. Do you agree?" If you ask your boss or client to respond to your email, it has a much better chance of sticking rather than just doing an FYI. So in summary, think of self-promotion as self-preservation. Number 1, seize opportunities to talk about the good work you're doing, help others because the karma typically will come around, speak with energy, as we all know passion is contagious, tell a story because we're hardwired for stories, take cues from your audience, read the room, match the person or people's energy, whoever it is that you're speaking with, and use your emotional intelligence. Brag about others. When you do, there may be a chance to piggyback off the kudos you're giving to someone else. And finally, make positive feedback visible. Remember that your bosses and or clients often are just up to their eyeballs in their own immediate work, so they don't know all the great stuff you're doing. So make sure that you can confidently talk about the projects you're completing and the things that you're proud of and the ways that you're adding value to the corporation. So that's what I have for you today. And remember that whoever takes the time to promote themselves are going to win that deal or earn that promotion because they've packaged themselves up nicely, and it makes it really easy for a decision maker to choose them. So I challenge you now to go forth and confidently promote yourself. And please do connect with me on social media channels at activ8inc.com, and I would be more than happy to give you some free feedback on your personal brand. So thank you and have a great day.